Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video, and to all my lovely regular viewers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So this is the set I'm creating in today's video, and I'm going to be using my own custom made nail decals as well as all the acrylic from Glitterbels. So there are so many different design choices to choose from the decals, and they will all be on my website this week. So to use the decals, you need to cut around them as close as possible to the image. These are printed on transparent decal paper. You can have them done with a white background, but I prefer to do them on a transparent, and you put the colour underneath them. So you'll see what I'm doing on when I'm doing this set. So I'm starting off with cashmere cover, and I know in the past that I have said that I'd never ever use cashmere cover again. I have found that if you use it really wet, that it does actually flow okay. So I'm just going to be putting the cashmere cover on about 2/3 of the nails, and that is the area that I'm going to cover with the decals, and then I will do an ombre with them with one of Glitterbels cover powders. So I'm going to let you watch me apply the cashmere cover to 3 of the nails, and then on the ring finger I'm going to apply Snowdrops White. So moving on now to the ring finger, and I'm going in with the Snowdrops White. Now Snowdrops White is very pigmented, and I do find that it does tend to hold a lot of liquid. So what I do when I'm using the Snowdrops White is I try and drain as much liquid as I can out of my brush, and I kind of hold the powder on my brush for a few seconds before I place it on the nail, and then that way it's already starting to cure. So you will see me flap about and do a few more pats than normal when I'm using the Snowdrops White. It's because it does retain that liquid, and I'm just continually patting it into place so that it's not going to move anywhere that I don't want it to. So I've popped the little water decal into some water, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait 10 to 15 seconds just so that water can start to penetrate through. And you can see that I am draining out any of the excess liquid onto my paper towel before I put them on the nails. So you can see why I've put a colour on underneath. Even though when you see them in the package it does look like there is a lot of colour in them, because they're on transparent decals, they do need a colour behind them, so that's why I've used the cashmere cover. So I'm just going to let the nail decal dry on the nails, and I'm going to move on to the next one. So there's two ways that you can apply these nail decals. You can wait until the end, so you've finished all your nails, you've filed them, you've shaped them, and you just want to put the nail decal on top of them and then just finish them off with the top coat. With this set, I'm going to encapsulate the nail decal into clear acrylic because I want to ombre the nude blush cover over the top of it. If you find that they're sliding about too much, or they're sticking to your thumbs or your fingers whenever you're trying to place them on the nails, I just use a little paintbrush, just dipped in some water, very little water, and I just go over the whole decal and just completely smooth it all out, and then I leave it to dry. So this next step is very important. If you are going to encapsulate them with the monomer, you need to apply a gel base coat before you do that, because the liquid monomer will actually start to soak into the nail decal and it will destroy the image. So if you are going to encapsulate them, just put a gel base coat over them first, and then you can go ahead and cure that and then put your acrylic on top of it. So I have already went ahead and cured the gel base coat under my LED lamp, and now I'm going in with some of the glass slippers, and I'm just going to encapsulate those decals on the nails. So as you can see, I still haven't cut them to the size of the nail. I'm going to wait until that acrylic is completely cured, and then I'm going to go ahead and just cut them to size. So the easiest way to do them is to use your nail file. So one of the reasons why I wait until they're encapsulated is just to make sure that they're not going to move anywhere. Now that that glass slippers has cleared, I'm going to go ahead and take my hand file and just run it down all the edges just to cut off the nail decal in a nice clean cut. So now that I've cut them all off nice and cleanly, I'm going to go in with my Dusty Rose cover, which is a new one. I don't think I've used it in any of the videos yet. So I'm going to ombre that just down over the nail decal. So when I'm doing the ombre, I'm placing a small bead of the acrylic just where the cashmere cover ends, and I'm just placing that on, working quite wet. Wetly. Oh my goodness, it's one of these days. Yep, so I'm putting it on quite wet, and I'm just going to blend it over that decal just to ombre it out. So onto the middle finger, and you can see again I've placed that wet bead just where the cashmere cover ends, and I've just blended it in one swipe over that decal. Now I'm going in with my cuticle bead, and I'm just going to tuck that in around the cuticles and the side walls, just making sure it doesn't flood them. and I'll come back and cap that once it's cured. So even though I have encapsulated the nail decal in the glass slippers and I'm going in with a cover powder, which is one of the core powders, I still am going to cap them all in the glass slippers just to protect that ombre, because when I'm filing and shaping them, I don't want to disturb the ombre that I've created. So just by capping them in the glass slippers, which is the clear acrylic, it just protects them. So before I go ahead and cap them all in glass slippers, I want to go in with like one of my favourite glitters from Glitterbels, and it's broken gold. I use this in a lot of my sets and I just think it brings a little extra to the nails. So I thought just putting it on a few of the nails just to highlight the nail decals and the ombre, and then I'll go ahead and encapsulate them all. So onto the ring finger now, and the reason I've done it white is I want to have a really nice background for the snake, and I thought that having the white background would really make the colours on the snake pop. And there's another pattern on the decals, on the set of decals, which is this pattern as well. So I thought that I would incorporate in this set, but whenever I looked at it, I just thought that it didn't go. But it does give you the option of using another design as well within this decal set. So I've taken it off, didn't like it, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'll put rhinestones on. So remember what I said regarding the nail decals. If you are going to cap them or encapsulate them, you need to apply a base coat over them beforehand. So now that I've done all that, I'm going to go ahead and cap them all in the glass slippers. So now that all the glass slippers has cured, I'm going to go in and file and shape them all. So to get the nice straight lines and the nice straight free edges, I'm going in with my Glitterbels metal board file, and I have a 180 grit refill and a 100 grit refill on them. So I always start off on the side walls, make sure they're nice and straight, make sure the lower arch is nice and straight, and then the free edge is nice and straight. Once I've done that on all the nails, I'm going to go in with a sanding band and I'm going to go over all the nails, just smoothing out any lumps and bumps, and then I always finish off with my hand file and my buffer. I normally don't keep all the filing and shaping in the videos just to keep the length down for you, but I've decided just for a change I'm going to keep in the whole filing and shaping process. So now that all the filing and shaping has been done, I'm just going to wipe over with some alcohol just to remove any of the dust and debris, and then it's top coat time. So just to finish off this set, I'm going to make a feature of the middle finger and just add some rhinestones. So here is the finished set, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. And if you have any requests for any videos, because it is quite sometimes hard to think of ideas, just pop them in the comment section below and I will try my best to do them. So I will be back with another video, so take care. See you soon. Bye.